Lying by himself in the middle of the night again, big surprise.
I saw this wonderful meme forever ago, and it's just like, I want to play a D&D session, but I want to control all the characters. And then the response to the meme is like, my friends have informed me that's called writing a book.
That's true.
Good response.
Alright, we are live. We are transmitting audio. Let me ensure my settings are correct. Boom. We are not going to delay any further. We're just jumping into this. How you guys doing? It's been, what, 3 weeks?
4 weeks? Forever?
God,
I'm on such a withdrawal.
Like it feels like it. Alright, so let's conclude quite possibly... Well, I would say one of my favorite groups, but I love all of the campaigns so much because you guys are a metric butt ton of fun to DM, and I'm going to be sad when this campaign's over and I'm recruiting people, and if the new group doesn't have the same flavor, I will adjust to the new taste.
Don't lie, you've gone on record saying you hate this.
Did I miss something? Like, is this like a eulogy? What is this?
This is episode 10. So what I'm
I mean,
planning
it's funny
on,
that you say that.
I'm planning on doing these campaigns in arcs of 10 episode. The overall structure of this, so everybody who's watching the channel knows. Each leg of Ilderon's history will consist of 3 campaigns. Each campaign will consist of 2 parts, the first half and the second half. Each part will be 10 episodes long. So this is the second half of the second campaign, and you guys are on the 10th episode, concluding the political corruption of Ilderon guy. I don't know what you guys will be doing tonight. We might go to that episode 11, we might not, but you guys will have hopefully a satisfying end before this, and then we'll pick up on the next campaign, which will be hopefully a continuation of the stories that you guys have set forward. Anyways, all of that out of the way, we are playing D&D tonight. Welcome to the Ilderon Tales. This is Group C, Through the Heart. I was just talking about it. I was like, what is this? Through the Heart, episode 10. Joining us tonight, we have what will likely be a full party. I'll be controlling Icium, as he may no longer be able to make these sessions at this time slot. So I'm going to be recruiting somebody in the future for Group C. If you're tuning in, we are playing Dungeons & Dragons. It is a role-playing game, and everything we are doing is it's unscripted. Nothing is written, and nobody knows how anything is going to turn out tonight. It is live storytelling. We have a homebrewed world that we are playing in. If you have been watching this long, the world is in the description. We have a wiki with information for everything. And yeah, I'm not going to go into a description about it because reasons. So, how I like to do our new recaps is I like going in a circle from the eldest member of the party to the newest member of the party, and you giving a quick 2-sentence description about what you did last session and what you're hoping to get accomplished this session from the perspective of your character. Depending on what you guys remember and what you don't remember lets me know how in depth I need to go with the recap. So, that said, the oldest member of Group C from the very start of its conception is gonna be Taylor, controlling Lumagrax. Hey,
It's been a long time, Brandon.
This is like a month ago.
Yeah, that's fair. That just lets me know I need to go in depth. Yep, yes you did.
And I put her down, and then I picked her up again.
Alright.
And then I shook her all around.
Then you did the hokey pokey.
Our next longest member of Group C is going to be Tracy, controlling Altus.
I was rude to the Supreme Light. I made a donkey and buy sack pack.
Alright, our next longest character of Group C is going to be Pranene, controlling Netra.
So as far as I really forget, but we're going on a trip to north.
That way.
That way.
Next is going to be Jackal controlling Dusty.
I went off to find information, steal some left socks, and get some drugs. I only accomplished one of these goals.
And finally, our newest member of Group C is going to be Anthony controlling Celebris.
From what I remember last session, we set out, we ended up going to Pramadawatch. Me and Netra took Galcina and the fuck was her name? Lathy to the library to start teaching them how to read. While Grax, Icium, and Altus took Lydia upstairs to face judgment. Due to that, instead of her being thrown in a cellar or killed, she's being used as basically a sacrificial goat. And we're all going with her to Artersarai to try to negotiate peace talks between the two nations, as for the time being a ceasefire to combat the ongoing threat against the Earthfires.
Okay, I had to pull up the bingo card for Group C that I did forever ago, and it's somebody forgets about the blind girl.
I didn't forget about her, I just forgot her name.
I thought there was one on here that was the party
There
forgets
is.
her name, but I can't find
No,
it.
it's someone forgets a character's name.
Yes, exists.
Oh,
Yeah.
players forget the name of an NPC they're using. That they
No,
use.
it's the one about like they forget the blind girl exists.
Yeah.
Like, that's just
No,
there.
there are two of them. There are two of them. There's that you're talking about, and then the other one. Anyway,
We did
we'll have
not
to play-
discuss her name. We did
Yeah.
not discuss her name 5 seconds prior, and I did not
fair.
forget her.
That's fair.
Don't worry. I will do that one later.
Okay,
Wait,
so
whose name?
Damn it, you
Taylor
keep-
just keeping us true. No, but I'll go in depth on the recap. So I'll try to take 5 minutes and hopefully not go over that. So last session started on the 14th of Hunter. It is still the 14th of Hunter. You guys are in the city of Dockensdale in the religious nation of Ililnagai. In Dockensdale, you guys were helping Carter out for a minute. Carter had been funding a refugee camp to help people who are affected by the wars that Ililnagai is currently engaged in, and basically giving them relief. And somebody had been smuggling drugs into one of the refugee camps and using, and bodies had been showing up as a result of overdoses. And Carter was determined to weed out whoever was doing this. The party went with him and kind of basically glanced over the place, determined it really wasn't their thing, and left to head back to the guild house. On the way to the guild house, it was where the session started, outside of the Kalkin office. Celebris and Netra went and talked to a Kalkin member. The Kalkin are marshaling to help defend the Earthfire, and they had sent word to the quarters that Isildred, or that Calcras exists as Isildred now, and that they need to prepare to liberate it. That said, the Order Hall leader, the Arcane Sentinel, her name was Kakaik, I think. I'll remember it. I'll look it up later. Told Celebris just to stay in the region of Dawn Touch, and extended an offer to Netra to join the Kalkin. Netra with a fuming dislike of the Kalkin just because of how long it took them to discover that Calcrest was still a thing and to marshal any forces to try and save it. She was angry and decided and declined. From there, the party headed back to the guild house to pick up some of their NPCs, jumping over to Altus. Altus was cornered by the guards, and Lysina helped him out of a tough situation. Lysina gave him a mark, telling him to kill the criminal lord, Cardrin, that he is lying low in the city someplace, and that Cardrin killed several members of the Risen, and basically got away with it without facing judgment. And not to have this tie back to the guild whatsoever. From there, Altus went into the streets, talked to the fruit merchant, conjured a celestial donkey, made quite a display of it, and in doing so, he tried to market his new item that he created, his sack pack, to several people, and it was highly overpriced, and nobody was really interested in the price that he was asking for it. They're worth, at most, about 6 silver. Somebody offered him 10 silver, and he wouldn't settle for less than 5 gold, which is like 500% or 5,000 of its percent. Or yeah. Anyways, moving on from there.
Long story short, ripping people off.
Yeah. Moving on from there. Altus gathered up Lydia and met up with the party as they gathered up Lethe and Galsina. The party needed knowledge and headed to Pramada Watch, while Lydia and Altus decided to beg for the Supreme Light's forgiveness and to get forces from the Supreme Light to help free Isildrad. They headed to Pramada Watch, and when they were splitting up to go about their various tasks, the party decided to send Icium and Lumagrax with Altus to help in the decision-making process. The party spoke to a light in the petitioner's chambers, and he got you an audience with Supreme Light Pramada, in which the party made their case. The Supreme Light decided that Lydia could go to Ardor on behalf of the Supreme Light and try and negotiate a ceasefire in the border conflict that's breaking out between Ardor Sarai and a Lil Nagai. And if she's successful in that, then Supreme Light Pramada will give her a battalion to go and liberate Isildrad with. And if she's not successful with that, Lydia will have to face judgment for her crimes of basically treason of abandoning her post. Or I actually don't know what it's called when you abandon your post.
It's desertion.
Yeah, deserting. There we go. That is it. Then from there, the party taught the Lethe and Galsina how to read. They made progress on it. When each of them makes 3 successful not intelligence checks on learning how to read, they'll pick up the basics and fundamentals of it and be able to do so on their own. Lethe has 1 success and Galsina has 1 failure. Failures don't matter. And
I don't care about successes.
Yeah, the party got back together, and a rather excited-looking Altus, depressed-looking Lydia, and a pretty nonchalant-looking Lumagrax told the party that Lydia's job and the party's job was to escort her to Ardor to be emissaries, and if they didn't succeed, they'd be rewarded with the if they didn't succeed, they'd be rewarded with not having to carry around their head on their shoulders anymore. That this was definitely not a punishment of a task. It is a great opportunity to do great things for a Lil Nagai. So I took 6 minutes. I told you guys I'd take 5. Sorry about that. We're getting started. It is the 14th of Hunter. It is the evening, heading into the night. You guys are in the first floor of Pramada Watch in Dawkinsdale. The party is all together. As you guys are leaving Pramada Watch on Shield Way, you're gonna see Dusty just kind of like shuffling. I don't know. He's gonna be like on the side of the street, like with a tailor Alright, cloth merchant, and he's gonna be like guarding his pile of socks. Like, no, I'm not selling them. The cloth merchant.
No, they're mine.
Yeah,
they're
like,
too valuable. Too good for you.
Okay. We just needed more rations to make uniforms. Alright, well, I'm on my way. So.
Not my problem.
And everybody's back together, leaving for Model Watch.
Oh boy, can't wait to get started on this task that we were definitely rewarded with.
No,
I see Dusty had a lot of fun.
What did I miss? Don't worry.
We're going on a trip, Dusty.
Dusty, by the way, add 24 left socks to your inventory. You got 17 from the Kill House, and you picked up 7 on your way over here.
I'm so happy.
Tiny sack packs.
I love how Altus is just like looking at him and is like capitalism.
Altus, you're my friend. I don't know what you're thinking, but you try to take my socks, and I will slit your throat.
we could make millions. Just think of the sack pack.
Why not just take them? And I get to keep my socks.
Because you already have the socks. Anyways, we'll talk about this later. We're going to Ardor, and the Supreme Light thinks I'm the coolest guy ever who lived.
Wait, those cunts?
Yup.
Icium is gonna look at you with a confused look and like, she does? Because I got the impression she didn't really like us that much.
I mean, it's
he's gonna say, oh, you're lying! Oh, yeah, yes! Yes! She loves us.
Yes, we're her favorite people, and she definitely lent me the 20 gold that's in my pocket.
Dusty?
Yes.
What did I say about stealing? Here?
That it's okay if we don't like them?
I definitely remember that.
Even if I say no, you're gonna ignore me anyway, so I'm just gonna ignore that.
Don't get caught.
What?
Don't murder a child, allegedly.
Allegedly.
I see nothing wrong with this.
I just want to say, I was in jail for killing someone. Somehow standing with you all makes me feel like I have the moral high ground.
They've done worse than kill people. So yeah.
What are those morals you speak of?
Yeah, I abandoned those a long time ago. You got to with these people.
Who needs morals when you got all these left socks? I have so much good luck from people.
Alright. Anyways, Dusty, we're going to Ardor. We're taking Lydia to Ardor.
Right.
You know where Ardor is, right?
What's an Ardor?
No, he doesn't.
You weren't born in Isildrad, so you should at least...
I was born in Isildrad.
He was born
I was around before Isildrad was, you know... in there. I didn't do a lot of traveling when I was younger.
Fair enough, it's pretty much on the other side of the continent from what you're used to.
is going to say, oh, ardor is an adjective. It means strong. And Lathy is going to be the only one to contribute something useful, and she's going to say, actually, it's the country to Ardor Sarai. It's the country to the east that borders Lil Nagai. If you guys look at the map on the right, there's an arrow that says "We are here." That is where you are at, and the green circle is the country of Ardor Sarai.
That's, oh, okay. I'll say that's a circle.
Yeah, and then I will put a sky blue X on the city of Ardor.
Everything God just said is where we're going.
We're going to a neighboring country. It's my home.
Doesn't sound like there'd be a touching reunion.
I don't know. Last time I was there, I was killed.
Are they all like you?
I'm confused. Why do you want to go back to the people that killed you?
They didn't kill me. The goddess of death, Harith, did.
Lydia is gonna, like, put up her hands and say, look, nobody wants to go back to Ardor. We're being ordered to by the Supreme Light. It's not like we can just defy her judgment.
Well,
why not?
I mean, you can't.
Well, okay, maybe you can't, but, like... What, like... Why am I involved in this? Besides being associated with you.
Gilcena's gonna say, well, she's the Supreme Light. I mean, did you see that ball of light earlier? If she's brighter than that... Gilcena puts up her hands and says, I'm not arguing.
I feel like you're lying on that part, but,
No, she doesn't know anything.
good enough, Gilcena.
That about sums it up.
just, okay. What, fuck it, let's go on a road trip. I'm sure I'll find some left socks along the way, or...
Oh yeah, because it's either come or stay here and eventually get caught and then stay your life in one of their holding cells where that crazy lady's going to torture you.
I will not get caught.
Yeah, you're not gonna do well in the city alone. No offense. Like you'll push.
You know what? Whatever. I've grown bored of this city. Let's just go.
That's the end of the discussion? Alright.
Yeah.
End of the discussion. Like, I'm bored of this city, let's go, and he is just walking.
Yeah.
We should probably tell Carter that we're leaving, and...
We didn't tell him last time, he'll be...
Yeah.
Yeah, you
That's
did
just
tell
gonna
him last time, and he reported you all dead.
Yeah! I mean, we're all gonna probably die, so I mean... What's the point?
Just in case.
Not to mention, I have to report to the Kalkin and let them know, in case they come looking for me.
Well, I'm gonna go talk to my donkey.
You're gonna do what now?
What?
Is that a euphemism?
I'm just gonna wave bye and then walk away.
Alright, well, you guys are walking to the same direction, to the guild house.
I was saying, like, we're all walking in the same direction, just some are still standing around. Like, Dusty's in the head, Altus is off to talk to
I thought Dusty was just gonna walk off in a random direction and not, like, care, like, where he was headed.
I'm heading to Ardor. Do you know which way Ardor is? One of these directions.
I'll find it eventually.
He ends up in the crater of
actually, that's a good point. I don't know where Ardor is. I didn't think of that. Will someone correct me if I'm not going in the right direction?
Nectar just, like, walks up to him, turns his shoulders 45 degrees, and it's like, there you go. Alright, so...
We should probably, though that does raise a fair point, we should probably try to get a map to at least generally know where we're going.
Icium's gonna raise his hand, and he's gonna say, oh, I'm a part of the Queen's, the Sky Queen's cartography corps. You need a map? I got maps. And he's gonna say, but I don't have any of my stuff. So... Never mind.
How much would it cost for you to get a new supply of cartography tools?
Let us look. Icium Seri song. Oh gosh, Icium has such a cool name. He's named after one of the guiding stars, Seri. I did not know he did that. My B. Let's see. Cartography tools. Oh, he does have a set of cartography tools on him. How did he, like, hang on to these through all the times I've thrown you guys in and out of jail? So he's gonna start thinking on it, and then he's gonna say, well, and he's gonna pull out a set of cartography tools, and he's gonna say, I imagine these would cost no more than 50 gold. And then he's gonna look down and be like, oh! And hold them up, like, excitedly.
Celebris is just gonna immediately 180 and just start walking. As soon as he does, as soon as he pulls him out and says that, he's just gonna do the full cartoon 1 foot spin in place and just walk.
Done with it.
Alright, so as you guys are walking towards the guild house, Icium's gonna run behind you like, wait up!
It's a sad day when you people make me miss my friends.
When you get within 1 mile of the guild house, Altus is going to be able to communicate with Shiazro 2.0. I forgot what you named the new one.
Did I name?
Oh, I don't think you did. But you're going
I think she named him.
It's just Donkey.
Fair enough. You're going to be able to communicate with your donkey, and he's
just Donkey.
Yeah, it's immediately going to tell you, "I'm not a donkey."
I'm not a donkey. Yes, you are. Now carry my left socks.
If you quack like a donkey, you're a donkey, my friend. Now, what have you seen?
Quack like a donkey?
It's going to respond to, "I've helped this woman sell fruit. I've moved her cart several places in the city. Her fruit is not very good."
You enjoying the job?
I'm gonna roll it a morality die. No. I thought coming to the material plane would be filled with more adventure.
I mean, I could just send you back and make another one.
It says, okay.
Well, you heard it. Get going.
Yeah, I resent. Anyways.
I could, but I'm not going to. Please,
It's
Master,
like,
give me the sweet
I didn't
release of
think
death.
that would happen.
Oh, God.
Not the response I was expecting.
That donkey's now gonna go play in traffic.
He's actually just Eeyore.
I want that to be canon. The donkey's name is Eeyore.
Oh, God.
Its name will be Eorin, because En is the suffix
Also
that denotes,
copyright.
death. So,
Well, he's just not.
Eorin wants to die.
My life is perpetual pain.
Thanks, all.
Yes, I'll go this way.
Is there any more important information you want from your donkey?
Have you seen any shifting, like shady things around the city?
It's gonna roll an intelligence check. And it's gonna say, "I've seen shadows."
What is that? Can we not be a smartass about it, Donkey?
But he was a smart.
Is that racist?
Is
that racist?
You've shaped me as an ass.
Is that using a slur?
I feel like it is, but it's not really a donkey. It's just a donkey in blackface. Or it's a celestial spirit in donkey face.
Oh no! What do you mean shadows?
It's gonna say when light gets blocked by things, shadows. I've seen them.
I'm never releasing you from this hell. Fine.
Oh no! Alright. It stops communicating with you. It's a celestial servant.
Okay, I'm good. Good, I was hoping maybe you'd be like, hey, there's salsa stuff going on. Nope. He gets to live this forever now.
This is your life. I am making sure of this.
Well, you can only have one instance of Fine Steed up at a time, so if you ever want to use that spell again, you'll de-summon him.
Anytime I think about it, I'm just gonna remember that this is his life now.
You should just ask your
I have an awkward
friend
question. I need another spot to hide my weapons. Can I keister it in your donkey?
It's not even his donkey. He gave it away.
Yeah. So like, and also if I summon it, I would put her. Oh god, see, it's too positive. That's a very hard thing.
Anyways, you guys get back to your guild house.
Is Carter there?
Oh, is Carter here? That's a good question. I'll give it on a 33%. He is. Yes, he is there. He's gonna be talking to Lysina in the dining area of the guild house when you guys come in, and he's going to be looking at the map of Sunset Hold, and he's gonna look back at you guys and say, "Hey, there the shitheads go. No thanks to you idiots. I had to work this whole morning on my own investigating that place." Whatever the hell her name is, he's gonna look and say, "Y'all are staying in my guild house."
Well,
I'm gonna stop talking.
We have great news for you. We're leaving.
Best news he's heard all day.
Yeah. Carter's gonna look back and say, "Don't let the door hit you on the way out." And then Lysina's gonna just look at this exchange and say, "Will you be staying for the evening?"
Yeah, we probably really gotta go. We gotta go.
What time of day is it, Brandon?
It is the night of the 14th of Hunter.
This is the best time to leave Doc and stay home.
So it is night.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should stay and leave first thing in the morning, if that's all right, Carter.
Yeah, Carter will just brush a hand in your direction. Just that's fine, but just more nonchalantly. It's just whatever. I don't control you guys anymore. Is Isium still a member of the guild? And he's,
I thought we determined all of them weren't.
Altus definitely wasn't.
Everybody hates me.
Yeah, Carter's going to say, "Oh yeah, Isium, by the way, I'm recruiting somebody else in your place." Isium's gonna look heartbroken at this. And, there's just gonna be this awkward moment of the boss is gonna, grab the drink, kind of sip it, and it's like, "So, yeah, you can just move out. Bye. Tomorrow, you're fired."
By the way, you're fired. And you're being evicted. And you have less than 24 hours to get out of my place. Bye. Damn, Carter, that is cold.
Yeah, and if you guys are just sitting there, Gelsina is going to be the first one to say, "I, for one, would like to stay. Before we leave, I'd like to see that ball of light one more time. It was pretty daggone cool."
You're gonna see it while we're going.
Don't worry, that ball of light will follow us.
Yeah.
It's like a dog.
Well, it's not gonna follow. It doesn't revolve around us as much as Dusty thinks it does. But we'll see it.
What do you mean? Of course it does.
In fact, we'll probably get a better view of it as we're heading out.
The sun
Instead of all these
is
buildings.
a god, though. What do you mean it revolves around us?
Netra, don't acknowledge it.
Oh, no, I don't. I literally only care if Dusty says just because I've known it for so long, but anybody else says something stupid, I'm just sort of whatever. I'll play along with Dusty, but no, everybody else can just be eh.
Alright, so, you guys are able to stay in the guild house for one more day.
Celebris wants to have another trying to teach Leafy and Galcina to read session before they go to bed.
Okay.
And then he would want to have a drink with Carter before he leaves again.
Okay. Lysina will lend you the books to do so. They're going to make intelligence checks on trying to get this. So you can affect your checks in if you give me an intelligence check and you beat DC 14, they will be able to roll theirs with advantage.
Alright, then I will roll mine with advantage using my inspiration.
Celebrus is best teacher.
20!
Alright, I didn't designate which one was which. So, evens, the first one's going to be Lathy. Odds, the second one is going to be Lathy. Odds, the second one. Gelsina has failed another check. And,
God damn it.
Lathy
He's
is
the best teacher, but sometimes the students just aren't worth it.
Yeah, Lathy is at 2 successes. She's like starting to get this reading thing down. Like, oh, so yeah, I remember what these characters were. Like, it's been years since I could see. God, this is awesome.
You know, I think I can teach you some really useful skills.
Yeah.
That are purely language, I promise.
Celebrus holds the axe, pointing it at Dusty without looking at him.
I bet on one of my left socks.
That's actually worth. Yeah, I was gonna say that's worth something to Dusty.
That is actually worth a lot to Dusty.
Alright, Dusty, what do you got?
I want to start teaching her Thieves' Cant.
Who, Gelsina?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, no, I want to teach both of them, but like I'm starting with Gelsina.
I think Gelsina would pick that up better than Leafy anyway.
Yeah, probably.
Though Leafy was part of a drug den, so she might actually know a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll teach both of them. I don't mind.
I'll give you the same opportunity to teach them.
So is it just a straight intelligence roll, or can I do?
Yeah, they're trying to get DC 12 to pick this up. And if
Dusty is not a good teacher.
Yeah. All right. So one rolled a 7 and one rolled a 14. Again, I forgot to designate which is which. So hold on. Let me look at.
How about we just decide that, like, the one who actually got it was the one in the drug den?
Well, yeah.
So she don't need a... She already had a crash course.
Be, yeah, Lathy. So, Lathy is going to pick up on Thieves' Cant, and is going to pick up on Thieves' Cant and reading. So, she is at 2 successes for reading and 1 success for Thieves' Cant, of just, like, she picks up a few phrases and is just like... Oh, this means dagger. This means Steel's like, oh yeah, I remember this.
This means coin. Yeah. This means this guy can kill people.
Gelsina is gonna say, well, why don't you just say, find me somebody who kills people? We had executioners in Isildred.
Because subtlety is a thing. And mostly, I don't want people to know.
Don't worry, Gelsina. We'll keep studying on the road.
Alright, so this eats up just 2 hours of your guys' night going over this stuff. Does anybody... Oh, and you want to have a drink with Carter. I'll handle that last.
Yeah, like I said, when
go ahead.
I was just going to say, when the girls go to bed, then I will
okay.
have a drink with Carter.
Anybody else want to do anything for the evening?
I will steal a drink from behind Carter's counter and take it up to my room with Aldous.
Who was that one lady that knew a whole lot about history?
It was just another member of the Risen. Both Lysina and Tealy have had formal educations.
Right. Tealy.
Yeah.
She around?
Is Tealy...
Oh, it was her day off, right?
Yeah, is Tealy back? Ooh, in the evening? No. So, because you guys will never revisit this storyline, Tealy gets jiggy every 14th day, or every 4th day with her lover friend. So, in the evening, she's definitely gone.
Okay.
Oh! I felt like that could have been blackmail potential.
Damn. No, that's the whole reason she's here, is because somebody is blackmailing her about it.
Oh! Well, I see no reason to fix it.
Yeah, she's not supposed to have romantic connections, and a criminal...
That's not romantic, that's just...
Is she a Jedi?
Passionless sex.
Yeah, she's part of the Risen. The Risen are civil servants first, and selfish individuals second.
I see no reason to fix the situation, considering I would have put her in there. So yeah,
we
we'll
should
just skip that
blackmail her.
storyline.
Somebody's already blackmailing her. Next
So, like,
time.
actually, Carter's blackmailing her. Oh, damn, he beat me to it.
No, Carter's not blackmailing her. Another organization is that Carter's friends with. But yeah,
association.
Was there anything else
those
anyone
guys.
wanted to do?
Nah, I'm good.
Just as a, not really. Also, before like Dusty goes to bed, I am going to be like using my alchemy kit, and I'm just going to be restocking on smokes and flashes.
Okay.
Assuming I bought like while I was out, I got I refilled my alchemist kit.
Tracy and Lumagrax.
Yep.
Are either of you doing anything?
I'm sleeping. I'm ready for the road for my grand journey.
Is a little her in here?
Oh, is a Lil Har in here? Well, she lives in a Lil Nagai, so she doesn't have to stay at the guild house. I didn't set parameters for your roll before I rolled it. So what is the percentage you think she'd be here? It'd be a 25% chance. Do you want high in your favor or low in your favor?
High.
All right.
I thought you said pie for some reason.
78%. So, yes, she would be here. She would be waiting for a chance to talk with Lysina after she's finished briefing, or after Carter's finished briefing her on the refuge area. So, like, as you're walking around the guild house, you'd see her. Hey, Tracy, I can hear you. And he says hello, and he doesn't say anything else. Okay. Sad day.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, and then he was gone.
Hello.
You didn't say hi back.
Hi, Tracy.
Hi. Sorry, my internet dropped. For a
Oh,
second.
okay. I wasn't looking at Discord, so like you're being uncharacteristically quiet. We're gonna handle what Lumagrax is doing tonight, and then we'll hop over to Mr.
Dusty and all
Hit.
this room of fun.
Yeah.
Well,
Go ahead.
Lumagrax is gonna walk up to Grunt and then say, and then ask if she wants to go with us.
To Ardor Sarai. Well,
Yeah.
she's not gonna know where you're going. So when you say want to go with us,
Ardor Sarai.
yeah, she's gonna look at you like with pinched eyebrows and say, "Lumagrax, we're at war with Ardor. It's not safe."
Discrepancies.
Discrepancies?
We'll be fine. You got me to protect you.
Yeah.
Politics.
She's gonna say, "Why would you be going to Ardor at a time like this?"
Well, you see, we were ordered by, what's her name? To take
Renata.
video there. To try and get a peace treaty. Or whatever. I don't know.
Lil Haran is gonna start
and then he grunts.
laughing and say, "You're gonna negotiate peace?"
I was just trying to pick Liddy up.
And she's gonna say, the young prophet, Solemn, is heading to Ardor to negotiate peace on behalf of the Supreme Light.
Yes.
And she's gonna
Grace
chuckle
nods.
and say, "That's a death sentence. Why did you agree to such terms?"
Well, it was either that or death.
She's gonna nod and say, "Well, that's not a death sentence." Hey, and she's gonna point to herself and say, "And you're asking me to come along. Why?"
It'll be a fun time.
She is, gonna bite her. She's gonna like bite her jaw and say, "To be honest, Lumigrax, I have no interest in seeing peace between Illuminagai and Ardor. While the loss of lives is unfortunate, they routinely ignore the boundaries of our border. The country is filled with barbarians and savages."
Do I hear her say that?
No, they're talking downstairs.
Okay.
At any point, Lumigrax can say, "I'm an Ardorian."
No, he's gonna keep that to himself because he wants to not look like a savage to her. But his heart will break when she says that, and then his tail will like droop down.
And so as she's talking, Lumigrax is gonna feel. You know what? Actually, give me an insight check. I love Rob right now in the live campaign. Give me an insight check for Lumigrax. 16. Okay, you're going to feel like Ililharin's mind isn't entirely made up on this issue. Like, she's kind of teeter-tottering it.
Well, Grax is gonna say, well, I don't think they're all savages and barbarians. Some of them might surprise you.
Yeah, she's gonna nod and say, "Yes, I'm aware there are several prominent nobles in the country that worship the wills of Ililia, and there has been some missionary work to bring the country back to the faith." She's gonna nod and say, "And whoever is the final person to be that, to be the final, or to be that final answer that causes a reunion between Illuminagai and Ardor Serai would surely have some political favor behind them." And she's gonna shake her head and say, "But dozens of Risen members have tried before me."
For what?
She's gonna say, "But dozens of Risen members have tried before me."
Well, it only takes one.
Roll me a persuasion check.
With my -2 persuasion.
Yes. You're on the hard DC. At 0, it only takes 1. And you are like here to say it only takes 1, and she is gonna say you are correct, but at this time it only takes 1 to also go and get their heads chopped off. She's
Well, 2, because 1's gonna be chopping off the head.
yeah. She's gonna bite her lip and say, "I'm so sorry, Lumigrax, but I just can't justify the risks."
Well, if you change your mind, we'll be leaving in the morning. I hope to see you with us on the road.
She's gonna nod and say, "Just don't forget about what we experienced in Isildred. There's hundreds of people there that need us."
People need us all around us every day.
She's gonna nod and say, "And that's true. And we just have to answer the call." God. Of those who need us most.
I mean, generally, we agree, and then we go do something else and forget about it.
Alright, where's Lumigrax going from here?
This will be no different.
To bed.
Okay. And Tracy, I did get your message. By the way, was there anything Altus wanted to do tonight? You could spend the night making craft checks and making, like, I think I told you there was enough rope to make, like, about a dozen sack packs off of 150-foot thing of hemp rope.
Capitalism.
Alright, give me a...
That's what we're doing today.
Yeah, give me a craft check.
So you don't want to drink with Dusty while he makes bombs?
Yeah, while he's making explosives, I'm just next to him. Cutting rope with sacks, talking to myself, well, whispering to myself. It'll sell. I'll be rich.
Give me a craft check, DC 8. These things are incredibly easy. It's a dexterity check.
Where is craft at? I'm trying to find it.
No, it's not a craft check. It's a dexterity check using your sleight of hand if you're proficient in it. I'd say you're sewing, but you're more so just cutting a hole and tying a knot. Alright, yeah. I'm gonna, actually, because you did so well on that, I'm gonna roll you 2d12 of how many you craft for the evening. Alright, you are going to be able to make 20 of these sack packs, borrowing a little bit of rope from somebody. Well, I'm sure one of your party members will lend you the rope. So remove the 50 feet of hempen rope from your inventory, and you can add 20 sack packs.
I feel like you forget that he's roommates with Dusty.
Yeah, like, along with someone.
I need some rope. Hey, Dusty, you got some rope? No, but I can go get some real quick.
Just disappears for like 5 minutes, comes back with another 50
with like a new like thing of rope. Like, where'd you get it? Best not ask.
A little bit of hair, a little bit of blood on it.
Hey, those are special edition sack packs.
Like, I went outside, there was a guy. He didn't really seem like he needed it.
How many sack packs did I make again?
20.
Oh lord, I'm in the money.
They're only worth 5 silver.
They are worth 5 gold.
Alright,
I don't see anything wrong here. Meanwhile, Dusty's making explosives.
If you steal all the socks, they could be worth more.
Fair.
Sell them as tiny sack packs, but really we're just selling their socks back.
No, those are luck packs. Those, if they're made with left socks, they are super lucky.
They're super
lucky.
Because we put drugs in them.
You know, I don't know what it is about this sack pack, but it makes me feel really good about myself. It's just white powder dusting off of it.
Yes! Nothing like some good skooma in the left side.
It's like a high confident sense of fashion. It's really helped me out in life. Just, you know, just to feel a little positive.
Their whole life is falling apart. Their clothes are torn. Eyes just have giant bags on them. Picture's just going great. You know, everything's just really good sitting in the slumps of Dogginsdale.
Okay, so Alta spends his night crafting. Lumigrax heads to bed. Finally, Anthony, for Celebris, you and Carter have a drink. Carter is going to reminisce on stories on what happened on the first half of the campaign, why he came to Dawkinsdale. Did you want to roleplay it out, or did you just want me to summarize what he talks about?
I was gonna try to roleplay it out just for a little bit, but not too long.
Okay. So, as you guys are sitting down, and like you catch Carter at the end of his meeting with Lysina and Ilderon, and you know, you ask him if he wants to have a drink. He's going to be pouring the wine, and he's going to say, you know, I came here not because Pax hired me to run security for her, but Dawkinsdale's pretty much at the forefront of this whole slavery thing. But I gotta really think about if I've been effective here or not. It wasn't my intention to be running a guild or doing any of this political bullshit, but I'm trying, you know? And that's more than I can say for those chuckle fucks up there you're traveling with.
I mean, he has no idea how much those chuckle fucks has gotten done behind his back.
I will say, they haven't been all bad. They're stupid, but they can be somewhat reliable.
Carter's gonna hold up his hand at stupid and say, whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's not insult the mentally hindered by calling them stupid. They're a whole new level of lacking.
But they're capable in a battle. I know that much.
No, I think Carter's got some anger issues.
Maybe just a few. Who knows?
And Carter will nod at that and say, now I will say, the times we've gotten into scuffles, when we lost Arabella and we lost Pax, they did hold their own. He's gonna look at Celebris and say, "Is Lumbergrack still swinging that death sword around?"
Oh yeah. Well, actually, I've never seen him use it, but from what I'm told, if he draws it once, he has to kill something. So we don't pressure him into that.
Surprisingly, he never pressures himself into it either.
He's gonna nod and say, that thing is weird. I remember the night he got it. It doesn't obey any types of laws of reality. 1 second it's here, the next it's gone. Carter shrugs and says, heh, glad it's him and not me.
He's not the only one with something weird. As Celebris summons out his axe. I've picked up a few toys on my adventure. You know, if you stayed in Ardor, they probably would have knighted you like they did me, Anderson, Johan.
Carter's, again, he's gonna slap the counter and say, titles are bullshit. And I'm gonna roll him a die. And he's actually gonna say one thing I like about a Lil Nagai. They don't have them. You get what you got by getting it.
Well, it's still pretty nice, especially for me and Anderson, because since we were absolved of our crimes, they couldn't send us back to jail.
Carter is gonna nod and say, yeah, but you shouldn't let someone else dictate what you can and can't do. So what? You're a felon. Just go someplace else where they don't know. And he's gonna point to me and himself and say, look at me, I'm a guild master.
Quietly behind the counter. Amen.
Yeah, that's true. So do you ever regret freeing me or Anderson from our cell? We kind of dragged you into some weird shit afterwards.
He's gonna roll a morality die on that. And he's gonna think about it, and he's gonna say, well, I damn sure regret hitting Mikano with my maul. But there were worse characters inside of there to let go. You guys seemed about the best options.
You thought about maybe joining us on our trip? visit the old stomping grounds?
Carter's going to shake his head and say, no. Lyzena's got this 34-point plan on how to increase political pressure to get rid of slavery inside of Dockensdale. As slow as it is, we're actually making progress. We've gotten a couple corrupt lights arrested, couple corrupt Risen members stripped of their rank. It's gonna take some time, but this is where my heart is. He's gonna say, I was a slave in Red Axe, and the damn Ruby Shadow keeps the whole business running. So, we attack them right where they're strongest, and with any luck, I'll either die here or accomplish my goals. He raises a glass.
You cut out.
He said, with any luck, I'll either die here or accomplish my goals, and he raises his glass.
Ironically, you cut out at the exact same point again.
Yeah, you got to, I'll die here, and then blank.
I'll die here, I'll accomplish my goals or die here, and he raises his glass.
Alright. Celebris will raise his as well to him. All we can ask for nowadays is living long enough to see our goals met, or die in trying. That's... trust me.
He's gonna nod and say, so you're headed back to Ardor? You need food for the road? Got plenty here. That's the least I could do for you all.
I'll probably take you up on that, just because we're going with such a big group. I'm more concerned about keeping half of them fed. Altus, I haven't determined if I want to keep alive or not.
He's gonna laugh and say, Altus is worth his weight. And he's gonna say, if you're headed north though, the roads aren't safe. You'd be better headed straight east and trying to get across the border via river. I know a couple smugglers, but they work better downriver than up.
I'll keep that in mind. Problem is, I know I personally don't have any money to spend on ferrying us, so going north might be our only option, depending.
Carter's going to dig through his pants. He's wearing no shirt. He's going to pull out a gold coin and slap it on the counter and say, don't spend it all in one place. Pat you on the arm, and then he's going to hop off his stool.
I'll take it and flip it in the air, catch it, and go, try not to. You know, the damn prices out in this area are extravagant.
I think Carter just gave you, like, 5% of everything he owns.
I mean, you know, that is 5% of a sack pack.
Oh, I'm sorry. He gave you. He's got 30 gold. I don't know what that counts to. 1 gold coin. So. All right, there we go. Oh, you know what? Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, so that'll be.
You can add 1 gold to your inventory.
Yeah, so that'll be it. You know, and then, you know, finishing a drink and merriment with Carter for a little while.
Okay, and then you head to bed?
Yeah.
Alright. We are going to fast forward through the rest of this night so we can hit, well, we're not going to fast forward because there's one last thing that needs to happen. Hey, Llama Grax!
Yes.
So some things are gonna happen. You are going to go to bed, and there's going to be a lot of stuff flashing through your mind that you don't exactly remember as a player that Lumigrax is going to remember. So let me switch from this music because I don't want to. So, if you remember, Lumigrax's story starts off with him and his brother being kidnapped by that cult, them executing his brother as a sacrifice, Lumigrax barely getting away, and then leaving his family out of anger at their servitude, and joining Lord Gibson Bredrick's service, being assigned to Kana, as his personal guard, helping in the Westwind conflict at the start of the campaigns, and then getting tied into Group 1 shenanigans, and then fleeing Ardor for fleeting Ardor Sarai from Renalta, and joining Group C, basically trying to run from her. Out of all that, you are going to dream of the night you and your brother Kefin were captured, and specifically him being executed on the dais in the port city of Gwir. You don't see it from your perspective, though, as you remember it. You see it from his perspective. You see him on the altar, struggling as the cultists are holding him down, and the one bringing the dagger to his neck. His head is being held down by 3 people, and he is looking in your direction as you are next to be led to this altar. He is screaming, and you are screaming at Lumigrax, essentially, if this makes sense. You are on the altar, and you are seeing from Kefin's perspective, and you see Lumigrax there. The dagger is brought down, and your screams go quiet. You feel cold emptiness, and you feel the embrace of the bridge calling you. And before something else, or before you are able to, something else red hot grabs a hold of everything you are and pulls you in a different direction before you find your eyes opening again. You hear the word service whispered into your ear, and you see your hand reach out towards a large blue and black sword, and grab it, stick it into the ground, and stand up. Your body looks pale and looks wounded, and you are unable to form words as the scar at your throat is still there. As you look around at your form, you put on a helmet, and you hear the word service again, and you walk into a dark hallway. Lumigrax wakes up in a cold sweat. As you do, you are going to feel the need to get air, just to like relieve yourself of this, and your feet move against your volition, marching up the stairs of this tower, the circling towers of this river post, and the circling tower all the way to the top floor of it, looking out over this region of Dockensdale. You are in the night of Dockensdale and the night of the 14th. The night sky is clear for once, which is pretty nice.
Okay.
As you are standing up there, you are going to hear a voice behind you. Turning around, you see a person.
Oh my god.
Once again, you see this woman who is wearing this cloak that has these ethereal tethers to it. The strings of her garment almost look like hands or limbs of a ghost, waving in between your reality and almost like a shadow fading from existence and coming back. In her eyes, you see those black flames, and again inside of them, you see the entirety of the night sky, with almost every single star being able to see. Looking at her is almost maddening, like just staring into her eyes. And she's gonna say, "You disappeared for several days."
You sent me somewhere to Pocket Dimension.
She's gonna bring her eyebrows together, which doesn't at all change the spectral flames that are her eyes, and she's gonna say, "I sent you home after you served your use, but that didn't mean I was done with you. You can hide yourself from me as best or as much as you want, but when the goddess calls, the goddess calls."
I wasn't hiding though. I was stuck.
And she's gonna lean against the stone half wall up here and say, "Stuck where?"
In Pocket Dimension, the city that was destroyed a while ago.
Ilderon.
It's
Ilderon.
And she's gonna say, "This is why you mortals shouldn't mess with planar fabrics. You don't understand how they work. That den of doors that I sent you to destroy. There's about 36 more of them around your world that I'll get to eventually."
I'm just saying that you didn't send me home.
And she's gonna say, "Do tell, where is home? Where would you like to be sent right now?"
I'm fine right here, right now.
She's going to say, the vision I gave you the night of your brother's death.
You gave me that.
She's going to nod and says, "Those people, they all worship a being who calls himself the Fifth Ascended. You're headed to Ardor, yes?"
Yes, I am, tomorrow.
She's going to point to the sword on your back and say, "Well then, you'll be my herald again. Give him my message. Send him to see me."
Send who? The Fifth Ascended?
She nods.
Okay.
She's going to say, "As my servant, I'll give you a herald of mine." She's going to say, "You travel with a soul that I've selected. Take that sword and stab it through his chest tonight. Let him know you do my will."
Who am I stabbing?
The oarsman.
Not a child.
The oarsman.
She's going to say, about so tall, raising her hand as high as she can, and say, relentlessly devoted to service, does what he's told and what he's commanded to do.
Grax says, I don't know anybody like that.
Oh, Grax is so close to losing this sword! She's going to hold herself composed and say, Lumagrax, a great price was paid for your soul. And I released it because I didn't want your uselessness stinking up my domain. If you could try and use your second chance in this world to make something of your existence, I think that would be in the best interest for both of us. Otherwise, I can take back the opportunity that I gave you. There is a celestial spirit in your midst. Find him. He's tall. Stab him with my sword. He will be your herald and protect you on your journey. Kill the fifth ascended for me. He messes with the planar fabric of your world, and that cannot be allowed. I must act through you individuals because I have been banned from interfering here by my pantheon.
Grax is gonna speak up and say, what's his name?
Does she know his name? Celebrin? She's gonna say, figure it out. And you are going to feel the coldest breeze that you have ever felt. This wind just picking up and picking up and picking up until, like, all of these strands of her ethereal cloak are just flickering in and out of existence so much that in just one moment they all wrap around her and she is gone on the wind.
And like, as she's leaving, or as the wind picks up and stuff, and she disappears, Grax is gonna say out loud, I don't want to kill another kid again.
She didn't tell you to kill him. She said stab the sword through his chest.
She said stab him, didn't she?
Yes. Nobody said kill.
That's how Grax interprets it.
That's fair. Grax is not smart.
I mean, when you told Grax to stab something...
Oh, he's stabbing that bitch. He just stabbed it real good.
Lumagrax does not know the history of this, of this sword.
I don't know. Does he know the history of the sword?
No, I mean, you guys have been told the history of this sword by Irelor. You can roll me a history check, and I will say, I will tell you the history of,
10.
I have not told you the results of your check. Do you want to do anything to influence it?
Can I use my inspiration?
You can, roll it again. 14. Okay, that's gonna do you a little bit better. Alright, so, the sword you're wielding is a very popular Ilderon relic, and it's actually taught in Ilderon history classes. It is that sword's existence is the justification of why religion still exists as it does in Ilderon. You are going to remember this sword was given to a Sky Queen to kill a god. You don't remember the exact details of it, but you do remember that the night the sword appeared, it appeared to the Sky Queen in a dream, and when she woke up, the sword was lodged through her chest. It didn't kill her, but also you remember that is the same way the sword attuned to you. Renalta took the sword, stabbed you through the chest, and impaled you through to a wall with it. You don't pick up all of the history of it, but you do remember that is an aspect to the way this sword begets power, I guess.
Okay. So it's either gonna kill the person or attune to the person. When I stab them with the sword.
Mm-hmm. Roll me a history check if Lumbergrax remembers who he's supposed to stab. No, I'm kidding.
some guy yay high who's does service.
Celebris.
So he's never pulled it out before, right?
Not in this. Not in the few episodes you guys have been part of this campaign. He has used it before, but
yeah, I've used it before, but it's been a while since I pulled it out.
But there's a reason why he keeps it around, because he's used it before, so he doesn't want to.
Yeah, it is a powerful artifact.
It is attuned to me.
Mm-hmm. All right. What's Lumbergrax doing?
Is Celebris in the building?
He is in the building. At this point, the party is all sleeping.
Do I know where Celebris is sleeping?
You do. He has been the one commanding your party.
I am going to...
Wait, isn't Celebris sleeping with you?
I don't know. Is he?
Was Grax with us the entire...
Yeah.
way?
Yeah, this is happening at the guild hall in the middle of the night. So I'm pretty sure Celebris is asleep in your room.
Okay. So I'd go back to my room.
Okay.
And
yeah, you're gonna see Celebris sleeping on the other bed in this room. Pleasantly. He's probably dreaming of cinnamon rolls. And
okay, he's dreaming of cinnamon rolls. Okay,
yeah.
That's fine. I unsheath my sword.
Okay. You can make a charisma save, but you feel compelled to stab Celebris.
And I stab him.
All right.
Didn't even try to resist.
Through the heart.
Shot through the heart.
That's funny because he doesn't have one. So go ahead and you can roll me damage on your attack roll if you want, or I can roll it for you.
Roll damage on my attack roll?
Yes. You can roll an attack roll and just roll damage, or I can roll it for you. It's up to you. Well, you do have advantage, so yeah, there you go. You can just I'm gonna go with the second one. You deal 13 points of piercing damage to Celebris and 24 points of psychic damage. Celebris can choose to wake up if you want, but you feel a very sharp pain through your chest.
Does the rest of the house hear this?
It depends on how Celebris reacts to this.
So does Celebris scream?
Yeah, Celebris wakes up to 39 points. Wait, no. He wakes up to, how much is that? 37 points of damage. There is a sword lodged through your chest, and Lumbergrax, you actually don't feel compelled to hold on to the sword.
I let go.
This is your problem now.
Alright, is Celebris waking up?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
And he's just staring at Grax.
This sword is going to light up in your chest. For a moment, you feel a horrific pain as your form becomes kind of immutable. For a second, just you feel yourself shifting, and the sword is going to fall, like just kind of sliding out of your chest onto the ground. The blood in the wound is still there. You do feel that ability that you and I talked about. You feel like your form is no longer set in stone.
After taking a second from all that, Celebris is going to pull the sword, or no, it's not watching him anymore.
Yeah, it's on the ground.
He's gonna jump up real quick and stare down at Grax. What the fuck did you just do?
Grax shrugs and said, I just did what Renata told me to. We're supposed to go after someone named the Fifth Ascended, according to her.
Celebris recognizes that as Tengu, the same name you guys were given in Isildrad to kill.
We were going after him anyway, Grax. That's Tengu. You know the guy we have to kill to get you your gauntlets?
Oh, yeah. But Renato told me that this was the way to do it.
By stabbing me with your murder sword.
No, your murder sword.
Well, Grax scratches his head. It's what she told me.
I may or may not have thought this through.
And this is why I don't deal with gods. Especially Renata. Whenever she's involved, bad things happen.
Can you pick up the sword now?
Let's see. I grab the sword.
So, hold on, let's see. You are going to pick up the sword. It feels really uncomfortable to hold this thing. You don't, in terms of mechanical senses, you don't feel attuned to this thing. You feel the faint pressing of the sword into your psyche, telling you to spread death with it, but it doesn't control you.
How do you wield this thing, Grax? He says as he hands it over to him. Actually,
you pick him with the pointy end.
I shouldn't have expected any less. Do you want me to sheath this for you so you don't want to kill anyone?
Yeah, that might be helpful.
Okay. I will put the sword in Grax's sheath so he doesn't have to grab it. Just do me a favor next time you want to stab me. Either A, ask, or B, just don't.
I'll ask next time.
Is it sad to say, out of everyone, you're still probably my favorite of the group?
Despite getting stabbed in the chest.
Aww. Thank you. We're attunement bros now.
Actually, that's a good question. Are you still attuned to it now, or?
I had never attuned to it, so he still would be.
Oh, Grax doesn't know that you're not attuned to it.
Yeah. I just, when I put it in, I said, yeah, this thing isn't for me. It doesn't feel good in my hands.
Should I stab you again?
He pulls out his axe.
I don't think the first stabbing worked. Let me try again.
Celebrus summons out his axe. I wouldn't recommend it.
Okay, just checking.
This one I am attuned to. That hurt, not just my body, but my head.
It hurt me too. Probably more than you. Stabbing a friend.
Stabbing buddy!
You promised not to stab me again tonight. Can we go back to bed so we can get going in the morning?
As Lemmigrax's lawyer, I do want to say he only said tonight.
Yes, of course.
Celebrus is going to climb back in bed, but he's not going to dissipate the axe now.
Just holding it just like that. I hate my party members.
Just like, I may like you more than the others, but you still stabbed me.
Celebrus now has access to the shape changer feat that we talked about.
Yep.
Okay. He can use it at will. That, and the rest of the night is gonna pass, quote unquote, uneventfully. Alright. It is the morning of
Alton, did you hear a scream?
Hey, Brandon.
Yeah.
Do I get a long rest out of that now?
You got stabbed! You got a frantic rest at best!
Yeah, unfortunately, your long rest was interrupted, but you didn't spend any resources yesterday.
But I took a chunk of damage. A big chunk of damage.
Your long rest was interrupted.
Fair enough.
You can spend hit die. You do get a short rest, or you can sleep in. And just tell your party not to wake you. Anyways,
I'll just spend the hit die, a few hit dice then.
Okay. You guys wake up on, and remember, I think with hit dice, it's the hit dice you spend plus your Constitution modifier.
Yep.
Roll.
You're looking very stabbed this morning. Just like big red.
By chance, did you get stabbed last night?
He just ran into a door.
That has a point.
That happened to have a sword on it.
Just like Celebrus walking in bruised, like Lumbergrax behind him. It's like, what happened? He looks at Lumbergrax and Lumbergrax is like, he tripped. Anyways, though, it is the 15th. It is sunrise of the 15th of Hunter. You guys can do whatever you want. Carter has offered to give you guys rations for the road. He has
even me.
Well, I mean, he's not going to let you guys starve to death. He has 170 and up for you guys to take. Well, don't take all 170 because his guild members have to eat.
Dusty, you know what you have to do.
As he lets you guys into the storehouse, you see 170 trail rations there that are a full day's meal, each one package. He's gonna say, everybody grab 3 or 4. The road to Ardor isn't terrible. When you get across the border, buy your own food.
I'm gonna take.
I mean, how big are these?
Each ration weighs a pound.
But, like, size-wise, like, can it be fit into a pocket or a sack?
A sack pack.
So if you look at your
Oh
hand,
yeah, no, I'm wearing one of the sack packs.
if you look at your hand right now, and like bring your fingers together, like this is like 2 times the size of like a large baseball. It would cover like a regular human's hand. It is just a some of them are, you know, just like dried pieces of grain into edible like blocks that you can chew off like a granola bar. Some of them are, you know, wrapped pieces of jerky meat.
Yeah, I don't want the birdseed ones.
Yeah, and they're just a bunch of food that can be stored and eaten on the road. They're not the most tasty things, but they will last you for the trip.
How much jerky is there? Specifically jerky.
Specifically jerky? I'll roll a percentage die on it.
It's like
They're
1%.
always the same thing! So...
but no, I want specifically jerky.
Specifically jerky. Out of this, out of this, 86% of 170 rations are going to be jerky. So Matt,
Yeah, that's all we grab.
It's all we grab. It's like my original 4, and then I'm going to attempt to swipe an additional 5.
I've got an
So
idea.
146 of these are jerky. You guys can add 4 jerky, and he's not like watching you guys of just like only get the allotted like. Come, okay, whatever.
I won't steal all of them.
Yeah, no, you guys can steal them, but I'm just saying, like, he's not gonna like be ham-fisted with these 1 gold rations.
I'm gonna take 9 of the 1 gold.
They're 5 silver.
5 silver? That's worth 5 gold!
Anyways, you can add 11 jerky rations to Dusty's inventory.
Oh no, if there were like 5%, I'm taking more, I'm taking 20.
I'm taking 13.
Okay, yeah, you guys can add 13.
Do you want me to roll for it, or...?
No, you're fine.
We're just dicks, Dusty. We're just dicks.
Took 3, Brandon.
Okay.
And also, while he's in there with them, I'm gonna slip out, head up to the dining room. I'm gonna take a small sack of coin, 20 gold, set it down on the stand with a note that says, "Don't spend it all in one place."
Okay.
You don't know we took this.
Oh, I have no idea, but Carter's with you, so I'm doing it when he's not around.
You know what? I am like so derping tonight. Oh, rations. Okay. I lied to you guys. So rations, they're worth 5 silver pieces, and they actually weigh 2 pounds each. So
that's not too big of an issue with the amount I've stolen. Just
yeah. I was just letting you guys know. So you can add 20 rations to Dusty's inventory, 13 to Tracy's, or rather to Altus. You said Celebrus takes 5 or 3.
Yeah, is Galcina grabbing some for herself?
Yeah, I was gonna say she's gonna take the maximum amount she's allowed to grab for herself and take 4. Lathy is Lathy going with you guys?
I didn't think so. I thought she was gonna stay with
I
us.
thought if she and Galcina were both, they're just gonna do the same thing. That she and Galcina were gonna both do the same thing.
Well, Lathy's family lives in Caius Coast.
Oh, okay.
So Pam and Pindu are going to be heading to Caius Coast. They've got no skin in this Arters. Negotiate peace with Arter Sarai or bring back have your heads. You know what? I'll roll her a morality die.
I'm sure.
Well, no, she feels like she owes Netra. She would come because she has to repay her debt. Netra gave her back her sight.
I mean, if she has family, I don't want to, like...
Yeah, no, she's not even gonna bring it up. Like, she's gonna, like, take rations and be prepping for the trip, too. Alright. Lumbergrass?
I want to take 15 rations, too.
15? Okay, I actually have to start doing math on these, then. 20, 13...
He's gonna be so mad. 15...
4... How many is
We are...
Lumbergrax taking?
And we don't know if we're running out of we don't
I'm
know.
gonna say Icium would also grab about 13.
Icium has 27 rations on him. He doesn't.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Grax takes 5.
Okay, Grax takes 5. Icium doesn't grab any.
Aw.
Alright. So all of those are jerky rations. There are 85 jerky rations left.
Nothing but jerky rations.
We just
You
left
guys
them
take-
mercy.
Over half of the travel rations of the guild house. That's fine. Carter's making money. Probably.
I mean, we don't know what's gonna happen.
Carter is a big boy.
We're probably gonna die out there anyway, so it's not like we have to sign a contract to pay him back or anything.
Hey,
Well,
that's
you
the
intend to
one
pay him
thing
back?
that's going to be really nice about Ardor. You don't have to have contracts for everything.
And Altus is ready to go.
Oh, and Lydia's going to take 4 too. And that is your whole party.
I'm gonna sneak 2 more into Lydia's pocket.
Are we framing Lydia? We're joining in our shenanigans?
To be fair, Lydia's probably one of the only people in this group right now that Carter wouldn't swing an axe at.
Yeah,
What have I done?
as everybody is heading towards the door and like walking out of the storeroom, Carter is gonna just roll his eyes and say, "I'm sure everybody only took what they need." I'll just drag their
Justin is like, absolutely.
I'm just gonna say yeah, because like we don't know what's gonna happen. Do you know how insane these people are?
We're just gonna pull Netra out.
Do you know how insane these people are we're traveling with?
He'll kill us all!
Carter
Dusty doesn't even figure out to hear his goodbye speech. He's already at the door.
Carter's gonna like just close the door of the guild house and say, "Good riddance. Don't come back except for you, Celebrus and Lydia. You guys are wonderful."
What the hell did I do?
Oh, and Netra.
I thought you and Lumbergrax were friends! Hey, Lumbergrax, no one cares about you but me and Icium.
Lumbergrax is almost a convicted criminal.
Allegedly. Yeah, thank you.
That's a very important...
Again, I want to point out he is actually a wanted man in Ardor.
Allegedly.
No, not allegedly.
No,
he is a wanted man in...
He missed a court date.
I did win.
You guys signed
When you ran away.
Yeah, you guys signed a document, for going, when you... I'll explain it after the session. That's good.
Wait, are you telling me that you're wanted because you skipped out on jury duty?
Lumbergrax hasn't told you guys anything. Alil Haran doesn't even know he's not from Alil Nagai.
See,
All we know about Lumbergrax...
Death kind of, you know, me dying kind of, like, took all my sins away.
Him dying, you can't try the same man that has died once, risen twice.
The reason
you're
why
back
is because of your death.
Yeah, the reason you're back is because of this.
Yeah,
I'm aware.
yeah. That
Out of
said,
character.
nobody in this group knows who you are, so that's fair. Nobody.
All we know him as is a guy who grunts and picks stuff up.
I just hope there aren't any posters of me that
As we
almost
leave.
look like me but don't.
I'm just going to say that Dusty would absolutely sell you out if it was beneficial for him.
As we leave, I would basically do like the bro man arm shake with Carter.
Oh, he already shut the door. You're shaking hands with the door.
Oh no, like he you know, was like still in the way of the door, like except you two, you're all right. And, so
Like, you two are
Celebrus,
fine.
the tower like kneels down, and Carter is gonna, you know, shake your arm and say, "Don't get killed over there." Again,
Please, I feel safer back in Ardor than I them.
he's gonna shake his like tilt his head side to side and say, "You probably are," and then he's heading back inside.
You know, we're just trying to help people out, do the right thing, and all we get is flame.
Yeah, I for one share that sentiment. I do good thing. I am a hero to the sun he is. I don't get the respect
To be
I
fair,
deserve.
Netra, you're probably the only person in this party that I don't think is going to stab me right now. Krax was on that list until he literally just stabbed me.
I don't have a dagger, so I can't stab you.
I mean, did you take one of my socks?
You're rooming with Dusty. You have a dagger on you somewhere.
You may not know it, but you have one.
Yes, like that's.
Just Dusty sneaks in a dagger in his back pocket.
He always has an extra dagger on somebody close to him.
I'm gonna pull a Deus Ex on a dagger at some point.
As you guys are leaving the guild house, a figure is going to be running or trotting towards you on horseback. A woman in a brilliant yellow and white dress with traveling gear strapped to the side of a white horse. She is going to look down on you guys as you are walking, and you guys are all going to recognize Ilderon. And she's gonna say, Lumigrax, I thought about what you said, and I'll travel with you to Ardor. We have to help those who need us most. And for now, if we can get a ceasefire, and relieve any pressure off of Dawn Touch, it'll help the rest of the country.
Grax is super happy that his 0 persuasion worked.
It wasn't your 0 persuasion, it was something you said afterwards, so it was just like, yeah, that gets
it. Was your charming good looks.
I think my appearance 9.
So you know what? I'm gonna roll a percentage die because I don't want to be a dick to you. Evens, she asked the question. Odds, she doesn't. Evens, 26. Alright, so as you guys are walking to the gates, Ilderon is going to look down at everybody and say, well, I know the spirit is from Ardor, but where's everybody else from? And she's going to look back or look at the streets of at the Tower of Dockensdale and say, I'm not from Dawn Touch. I grew up in Marbleport.
I'm just gonna look at her and say, do you really care what I say?
Ilderon is going to say, yes, we're companions. We've been through hell, or we've been through the bridge and back. I should put more effort into understanding you all.
I'm from Dockensdale. Especially the prison.
She's gonna nod and say, makes sense. It's not an easy life.
I lived in a place that no longer exists.
Mm-hmm.
Also, yes.
Well, it exists, it just doesn't exist here.
Also, yes.
Lathy is going to point eastward and say, I grew up in Caius Coast, right outside of Dockensdale. And Galcena's going to say, born and raised in Isildred. And
I guess I'll just drop at like that. I was like, I grew up like in the Darenthal faith.
And she's
Just casually.
yeah, she's going to say, where did your path begin? Daridel or Jarida?
Jaredith.
She nods and says, world traveler. That's respectable. And she looks to Lumigrax and says, and you?
We're kind of headed there now.
And her eyes are going to go a little wide, and she's going to say, I'm so sorry about the horrific things I said about Ardorians to you last night. I don't think any of them were untrue, but I would have been much nicer with my words.
Wow, what a nice way to still insult him.
Does Oppa
That
say
was
that?
quite the loving,
Yes.
that was quite the loving backhand insult there. You're gonna be a great traveling buddy.
Rex,
She's gonna
you're
say,
from Ardor? Didn't know that.
Grex grunts and then he just doesn't know what to say to that.
You're from Ardor? It's like, look, he can't even defend it.
It is a thick barbarian brain. It's really hard to get through.
He did die.
Listen, I grew up in the sewer. I grew up on the streets/sewers of the place where you had to be a genius not to get caught.
I wouldn't say genius, but intuitive.
Better than you.
I never got caught either.
You're the one who ratted us out.
I never got caught.
Yeah, he went. Netra went to work. Netra didn't get caught. Come on.
To be fair, I didn't get caught either. I did get away, technically.
Yeah, you got sold out. That was.
I got caught.
And I was talking more about the 18 or whatever, however long years before.
I mean, true. Like before, we were in that constant water hellscape. I'm convinced that hell is the ocean.
You're not wrong.
Well, that just makes me sad. What? You guys are making me sad.
Well,
I mean,
take it from someone who's been on the bridge.
By the way, are we on a cart or are we walking? Like, are we hoofing it?
You guys are walking, and you guys are going to get to the east or the western gate, and Lydia is going to see somebody who the rest of Group C, Icium and Altus recognize. It's Geisen.
By the way,
I don't remember him.
Yeah, we're about to end here, and exactly, I know you don't remember him. As you guys get to the gate, he is. Let's go with suspense for this. Lydia is going to go pale white. Is going to go pale white as you guys are approaching. Geisen's kind of looking around. Waiting, and he's going to see Lydia and walk over to the party. Lydia's going to say, Captain Geisen. He's gonna look at her and say, deserter. She looks down, and she says, the Supreme Light said she was sending us a Sunyeth envoy to ensure we got to Ardor Sarai. He's gonna nod and say, as it was before, it is again my job to protect you. She nods, and she's gonna say, where's the rest of Order 47? He's gonna say, I just barely pled our innocence before we were put to the executioner's block. Doing this task gets Ashala free from jail. Lydia's gonna nod and say, I'm sorry. Geisen's gonna say, save it. He sheaths his sword and walks in line with the party. Lydia goes back to being quiet. You guys have Geisen with you.
I can tell he's also going to be a great traveling partner who won't find a knife in his throat.
I'm gonna look at him and say, "Well, how do you remember me?"
Who is this prick?
Yeah, Geisen looks down at you and is gonna say, I don't know you. He's gonna point to Icium and say, I do know him. We worked together to help find Cardron. We raided that criminal's that criminal's den that kidnapped that cleric of yours. They were torturing the Nazaram.
Oh yeah, no relation. No idea what you're talking about.
He nods and says, it was an event. More people lost their lives in that raid than they should have, but nonetheless, Cardron was eventually put out of operation, so it was worth it.
Ooh.
Lydia is going to shake her head and say hardly.
Out of character real quick, I just remembered what that's from.
Yeah, Gaizen has been the one protecting Lydia as she has been investigating corruption here.
Yeah, that was when ICM did the big no-no. We had to go...
Yeah. If there are few people you can trust in Dockensdale, he's one of them.
You cut out.
I said if there are few people you can trust in Dockensdale, he's one of them.
Gotcha.
Right. Hey, Brandon, did you check your Discord out of curiosity?
No. Let me look at it. Okay.
It was done in the night.
Alright, that's fine. That's fine. You don't have to roll anything for it. Okay.
One of you lost your socks. or something.
No, you're fine.
Or someone gained something.
So, we're going to end here. You guys...
No, Carter just lost half his socks is what happened.
Let's end discussing your travel from Dockensdale to Ardor. If you guys want, I can just tell you guys what happens if you walk the roads. Otherwise, if there is another way you want to get to Ardor, you can let me know. Carter, so let me give you some information real quick, and then we'll end on this discussion. I will draw in orange. This orange area is a war front between Ililnagai and Ardor. There are two armies of about 40,000 people on either side clashing against each other. Ardor has reinforcements coming towards it, and it is about to get really, really messy. That is...
And we're heading straight to the thick of it?
Yeah, so you guys
want to experience it.
You guys need to get from the red arrow, that's that port city, to the blue X.
I wonder how much looting we can do on a battlefield.
Quite a bit.
Like if we actually start on time, we could do like a good 3-4 hour session for like the way there.
Yeah.
There's just a good chance that on the battlefield you get stabbed trying to pick up something.
This area that is marked in purple is where the in the center of that area was where the Calgaran catacombs were. That thing you guys released has been causing the
allegedly released. Allegedly.
I am innocent in these claims.
I'm not even a sick man, so I'm safe.
What got released? One of the so there's this race, or there's this not noble, but this historic Ililnagian family. That the first member was Kargod Calgaran. He killed an evil demigod. When he killed the demigod, its soul binded to him, and every couple of generations, it manifests in his children. And they are... Some of the Calgarans are the best people in the world. Like Kargod is the first mage. He taught the world how to use arcane magic. Some Calgarans are very evil people, like Kalfir. Almost destroyed all of Cedal and almost killed a god. So, you guys stumbled into a lost Calgaran catacomb where 4 Calgaran children had been in prison because the people of the time didn't know how to kill them. The party dispelled the runes and things that were keeping them trapped down there, and they have been ravaging the countryside of Ardor. Or not of Ardor, of Ililnagai. Additionally, in that same area, Ililnagai is fighting a undead threat known as the Archblight that is attacking small towns and raising the citizens as an undead horde. So that area is the other war front. This is why Lyra needs this taken care of, because you guys are fighting a 3-front war. So that said, Carter said the easiest way to get to Ardor is, and will be the final option I give you guys, is in dark blue, is going up the river. It's difficult to smuggle things upriver. It's a lot easier to smuggle downriver to Dockensdale. But if you guys want to go upriver, you can pay a smuggler and probably avoid this stuff. But that said, how do you guys want to go?
Well,
I vote for adventure.
well, considering I don't think we have 100 gold between all of us.
I want to stab things.
Listen, next town we visit, give Dusty like an hour.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, we'll find money. We have ways.
Oh wait, how much money do
If
we
he
need?
sells his socks for
Think
5
about going on this adventure though. You're seeing some of the rot we've caused.
Wait,
And
we
then
didn't check.
water.
We didn't stock up on like a weapon or anything, right? We didn't have enough gold for that. I
We
guess.
have nothing. We're
Yeah,
broke.
you guys didn't buy anything.
Speak for yourselves. I have 126 gold.
Yeah, Carter just gave you guys food. Ilderon is actually incredibly rich. Like, she is riding on horses. Right now in wartime, it's impossible to find these things. She is riding on a decorated horse with a bunch of traveling supplies on her back. She's in an elegant dress. Like, she's ready for the road.
She's trying to get us killed.
I miss my Morning Star and my decanter.
I was saying that's a target to get robbed.
You guys can buy that before you leave, and we can do a offline shopping session. And
How much would it be?
It wouldn't be terribly much, just like a couple hundred gold. But that said, you guys do have somebody with you that could bankroll you. Ilderon's funds aren't infinite, but she's significantly richer than most people.
We do also have someone with a 5-finger discount and another person who knows suggestion.
We also have someone who tends to get what he wants.
So
I'm just gonna ask
what I'm
Ilderon to help
hearing
me out.
is next session you guys want to prep for your travels inside of Dockensdale?
Yeah.
Okay.
And maybe rob a store or two. Who knows?
Okay, we are scheduled to play next week on the calendar. Can everybody do next Thursday?
I should be able to.
I'm good.
Yeah, that should be fine.
Okay,
Well,
Taylor can't. I'll control Lumbergrax for that thing. Is that okay, Taylor?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Lumbergrax grunts a lot. Okay, experience.
I think this is the
Okay.
most Grax has talked in the entire season.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
Where are you from? We're going there. Whoa! He knows
No, he had
4
an
different
entire-
words?
He had an entire conversation with me after he stabbed me.
Like a whole conversation
And we became closer from that.
in more ways than one.
Alright. Experience for tonight. Major events that happen.
I talked to a donkey. Told it it's never gonna escape its hole.
Yeah, I'll give you inspiration for that, but I'll do that after. That's not a major event for tonight. Major event for tonight, definitely Lumbergrax and Renolta. Learning a little bit more of what she is, why she has to work in the way she has to work. And I'll give you experience for stabbing Celebrus and making him your Celestial Herald.
And also not thinking twice about just stabbing your friend.
I love the fact I turned from being killed from a Harif to being a Harif.
Mm-hmm.
Where did my life go wrong? I think it was around the time I was stabbed in the chest.
Minor experience, everybody agreeing. Like, when Lydia's just like, this is what we have to do or I die. And everybody's like, okay, that's fine. Let's go. Like, I don't think such a unanimous decision about a hard quest line has been made in any other group as quick as that moment. Just like, I had allotted for like 30 to 40 minutes of roleplay, and you guys were just like, yeah, let's make you not die good.
Well,
You're a team.
in Celebrus's eyes, this is a twofold victory because A, he's going home, and B, he's helping someone.
And think about what level of heroes we'll be when we get back and we've got the peace treaty.
Oh, and then I'm also going to give minor experience for the 2 moments tonight where a little Harn was like trash talking Ardor in front of Lumbercrax. He was like, yeah, you're right. And then she said it again in front of everybody. And everybody's like, whoa. And Lumbercrax is like, no, she's actually right.
It's like, yeah, we're assholes, but
damn,
that's
we're
still
not
mean.
racist, asshole.
Do we get experience
It's
for
a fine
Lumberjack
line that we travel.
getting her to go with us?
So you accidentally did that. You failed that roleplay encounter. Then you said something at the end that was like, that convinces
Grax
her.
has a
So
7 in charisma.
I will give you minor experience for that. So 3
So
minor...
wait, how did she decide to come with us?
She was like weighing the pros and cons, and she was like, I can't justify like going to that country. It's so risky. And Lumbercrax said something about like helping people. Like she was like, it's dangerous, to go there and try and help those people. Like I can't. And he's just like, look, there's danger in everything we do. And then she was just like, God, you're right. Like sacrifice is definitely the play here. I don't remember it exactly, but it was something you said along those lines that were the final things.
There are people that need us everywhere.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, because she had mentioned Isildrad.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, that was it. She was like, look, we gotta stay focused on, we said we're gonna help Isildrad. Don't forget, like, because you didn't tell her why, you didn't say you were going to Ardor Sarai to secure an army for Isildrad to go and liberate it. He's like, yeah, we're going to Ardor Sarai to help Lydia negotiate peace. And it's just like, what?
Well,
okay.
Yeah, Grax is kind of in his own head sometimes.
That's fair. Like, it's not Grax's job to say all of that. Like, so she was like making her decision based on the information presented. So, anyways, though, you guys had 3 minor events and 2 major events. I moved you guys up to 800 for each major event, so that's 1,600. I'm gonna give you 500 for each minor, so that's 2,600 and 3,100 experience for tonight. And
3,100?
I'm sorry,
Yes.
can you repeat that number?
3,100 experience. And I am going to give Lumbercrax inspiration for tonight. Just really solid roleplay. And Tracy, don't forget your 20 sack packs. I need you to learn how to cast Magic Mouth and at least cast it on one of those sack packs to sing every time it moves 10 feet forward. The whole way of the 5-day trip to Ardor. Sack pack! Sack pack! Sack pack! Otherwise, your guys' next session is next Thursday. I'm going to be looking for somebody to join your group, but I probably won't add them in until your next campaigns, because we'll only probably have like 1 or 2 more episodes on this storyline. Then we'll be picking up in a time skip in you guys inside of Ardor. Alright, thank you guys for playing tonight. Everybody who watched, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. You guys enjoy your Night-a-roni.